switching topics, if there is one subject families avoid at all costs, it's mobile data usage. You know what I'm talking about here. Multiple phones on a plan, limited data, and there's usually at least one person that's using more than their fair share each month. It's a struggle Deseret News columnist Amy Iverson knows all too well. This problem, though, you say is actually solvable.
Yeah, kind of. There are things you can do.
Kind of.
It happened to me, so I had to research it and figure it out.
Where do we start?
Okay, well, first thing is you need to know how are people using their data. If you're like me, you look at your plan, everyone's using like their share, and then one person is using like 90%.
Come on, do you want to call it out?
I won't say who. So you got to figure out who's using it, because here's the problem. Usually it's a teenager. Right?
Yeah.
So in my case, what I would do is shut that teenager's data off. But there are problems to that, and there's a couple that are big for me. One is that your Find My Friends won't work. So if you shut their cellular off and you like to track them and make sure they're going where they say, it won't work if you turn off their cellular.
Okay.
And the other one is texts aren't going to work as well. So when you're frustrated that your teen hasn't returned your text,
right, might not be their fault.
Your own fault.
And that will be a great excuse for them to use as well, that it's not their fault. Mom shut off my data.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go on your either Android or iPhone and figure out what's using all the data. It's very easy. I put examples on my column so you can figure it out.
Okay.
But once you see what apps are using all your data, then you can turn off certain ones.
And limit what ones you're using that might be sucking it out. All right, you say Wi-Fi is a big one to check into.
Well, of course, you want to make sure they're on Wi-Fi when they can.
Yeah.
Be careful, don't do anything, bank accounts or anything like that. Then make sure you have the automatic login at your home and at school or office.
That doesn't take the, I think it's important to review, Wi-Fi is not using your data.
Wi-Fi doesn't use that data.
Okay, how do push notifications impact our data?
Well, a lot of people have push notifications for every app. So it's like every game, they're like, so-and-so just beat you, or these stupid notifications.
See, I say no to all push notifications.
I recommend it. Turn off the notifications. You don't need to know the second someone likes your Facebook post.
My husband has this obsession with double-clicking his iPhone and turning off all of his apps, like shutting down the programs. Does that really, does that make a difference, really?
It does, because a lot of these apps are constantly checking, do I have new email? Do I have new things? Do I have, and if you turn them off, then it doesn't do that. If you leave them running in the background, it uses up your data.
So if people don't know, you're shutting those down. You might not even know they're running.
Yeah.
But double-click on your iPhone, and you can close out.
You can do 3 at a time even.
What?
Yes, you can do 2 at a time. You can turn it horizontal, 3 at a time.
I didn't know there was an opportunity to multi-finger swipe. I'll be teaching my husband that. He'll think I'm too cool for school. Turn off Wi-Fi Assist on iOS. Now, I don't know what this is.
Okay, a lot of people don't, and it was an upgrade recently. Wi-Fi Assist seems helpful because if you have a weak Wi-Fi signal, it automatically switches to cellular. But think about how many places where you think you're logged onto Wi-Fi where it might go weak. Maybe your closet. It goes weak, and it will automatically switch you to cellular when you didn't really want to or necessarily need to. So go and turn off your Wi-Fi Assist. It'll save you some data.
In your settings?
Yes. Details in my column again.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, data goes so quickly. Netflix, if you watch one episode of an hour-long show on Netflix, it takes up a whole gig of your data.
Wowzer.
Okay, so... Yeah.
Just to put it into perspective,
yes.
Autoplay comes into play.
Okay, so this is Facebook, Twitter, and I'm going to talk about Instagram, but if there's autoplay, that means when you log onto Facebook or Twitter and you're scrolling, those videos that play automatically, that's autoplay. That's sucking up a ton of your data. And so you want to turn that off in your Facebook or Twitter settings. Now, Instagram does it a little differently. Instagram, when you're not even looking at Instagram, goes on cellular and preloads all those videos so that the second you go on Instagram, the videos are ready to play for you. So that is something else. You can go on Instagram and say, it's actually a button that says use less data. And if you turn that on, all it does is stop it from preloading those videos when you're not even looking. So it just, and I haven't noticed any difference when I switched mine. The videos still play, they're just not preloading. That'll save you data too.
So small steps, and in some cases big steps, that can preserve that data.
Oh my goodness, you don't want those overage charges. If you've ever had them as a parent, you just know it kills you. So these are ways you can do it without shutting off their cellular that you can save some money and your sanity.
We've touched on the high points. The details are in your column, though. Where can we find that?
On DeseretNews.com/Amy.
I'll be looking into that for sure. Amy, thank you.